Hi, this is Big Guy DIY Robert. I'm going to do a review on an MS 180. So one thing I want to say, beginning of this video, I am not an arborist and I am not a tree professional. I'm a homeowner that collects, burns, chops between 5 to 10 cords a year of firewood. Firewood is my primary source for heating my house. So I use my share of saws, and I picked up a new saw, and I wanted to do a little review for those homeowners that want to use or like to have a smaller saw for small jobs around their yard. So let me show you what I got here. My primary saw has been my MS311. My MS310 is a much older saw. It's a backup saw now because it's getting pretty tired. Another saw I have is an MS270, which I don't have it here right now. It's at another house being used. My most recent purchase is this MS180. So I want to do a little review on it and give you my take on this saw. First of all, I have to say I really like this saw. I was asked to drop 10 trees for a friend of mine or a client of mine. They were spruce trees. They originally were Christmas trees, and then after 25-30 years they've grown to big ugly pine trees. So I dropped all the trees for him, and I think total trees for him will be 25 trees, but there's a lot of limbs on these trees you have to cut off, and he had an MS 180C, which I used. The difference between a C and a 180 is a C has a clutch built into this. So you pull your cord first, it winds up the clutch, then you bring your cord back down, and it turns the saw over. It's really useful for people who have trouble pull starting a saw or don't have the strength to pull start a saw, say an elderly person. The MS180C is a really nice saw for that. I wanted one that was a straight pull, meaning a direct pull. When I pull this, the motor's turning immediately. That's what I'm used to. The next model below this is an MS170. I did not want the 170 for the main reason is when it comes to tightening your chain, my chain tension is done right here on the MS180. For 170, it's done inside here, and I didn't want that setup. It gets all cluttered up with junk. This is a better setup. Wet weight of this saw as it sits is 10 pounds 3 ounces. I put it on my digital scale to see what it is. What I bought it with is a 16-inch bar. This saw is a 2020 saw. Other features: fuel, oil, that's obvious. Your dogs are plastic on here because this is really not for cutting down trees. Okay, so they put plastic, but I might change that. It appears I have the option of putting a metal one on. I might do that. I haven't decided on it. The back part of the saw is just like all the other Stihls, that you have your choke, your run. So when you're starting the saw first, you're bringing this all the way down. Take a couple pulls and then the saw will begin to start, but it won't start immediately. Come up one click, turn off your chain guard, pull the saw again, and it'll start immediately. This saw starts up very easy for me. Really happy about that. I like the fact that you can see how much gas you have in here just looking through this little side window. The MS80 does not have that option. You just have to look through this itself, but it's gotten dirty over time and dark. To get at your spark plug, the tool that comes with this, you turn this whole cap comes off and allows you to get at your spark plug. Chains. There's only one option for the chain, which is a safety chain, what I call it, because I usually use what they call a chipper chain or a chopper chain. It's far more aggressive for cutting, doing cross cuts on trunks. But this worked out really good. You'll see in the video that I was able to cut both ways with the saw with no problems. It didn't catch or stick or anything like that. What else about this saw? Really not much else. I just have to say I really like this saw. And I would definitely buy this saw again. MS 180. I did look at the top handle saw for limbing, but the difference in price was this one was $199 and the top handle saw for limbing is $469. And from a legal standpoint, I'm not allowed to buy that saw because I am not a licensed arborist. So I'd rather just go with this. I guess if I bought the other saw, it doesn't come with a warranty because I'm not licensed. So at $199, I thought it was a good deal. It's a 1-year warranty on the saw. And then if I purchase 1 gallon of pre-mixed fuel, I get a 2-year warranty through the dealer. So that's what I did. I bought a 1 gallon premixed fuel. But again, this is a really nice saw. This was very easy to use. This is your chain lock on the saw. So when it's forward, your chain does not turn. You pull it back to use. But really, let me show you it starting up and show you how easy this starts up. So like I said, you have your start button. This saw hasn't been run at all for about a week now. So it's not like I'm trying this with a warm engine. But you can kind of see how light it is for me. This is 10 pounds and I'm able to work with it with one hand if I need to be. I will do that. Those who've never owned a saw should not do that. Learn how the saw works and use 2 hands when doing it. So my knob goes down, you pull this until you hear it wants to start. And that's the point. Click it up 1, put your chain lock back. That's it. Again, MS 180. Really like this saw. So it's just a very simple review over it. That's, I guess, about it. I don't have much else to say. But if this video helped a little, give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, any comments I'm open for those homeowners that use a lot of chainsaws like me, or a variety of chainsaws and who burn wood. And I'll reply. All right. Thank you. Have a good one.